Hi, Kirsti Patterson here from Forever Body Yoga. Today we're doing a flow that is ideal for the mornings when you need to open up the lumbar spine as well as the thoracic spine. So we're going to see if we can find some space, slowly moving our bodies. Some yoga bricks would be handy if you have those, or maybe a yoga bolster. Otherwise you could have some cushions about the place, maybe even a blanket. See what's right for you. I will see you lying back with our bolster. We're going to start lying back with the feet planted, knees up towards the sky as an option. Alternatively, you could have the feet together and the knees releasing away, a bit of a hip opening there. If you have a bolster, you might like that down the center of the mat behind the spine, so you get a little bit of a lift there in that chest. Alternatively, you might be comfortable coming all the way down onto your back. If you are quite mobile in the hips, then you could use a brick on the outside of the thighs by the hips for some extra support there. And then just lie back, palms facing upwards. Take a big breath in here and exhale, lowering the gaze or closing the eyes down. Take a few big inhales and exhales here. Allowing yourself to scan your body, seeing where it is that you can feel space at this moment, or where it might be that you need to find space in this moment. Thinking about really letting those ribs expand, finding space between the pelvis and the rib cage. And then exhaling, letting those ribs contract back together, feeling that pelvic floor really rise at the depth of the exhale. Another big breath in here. Big exhale. Bringing those knees together, letting those feet come about mat distance apart. If you're using bricks, maybe letting those come to the side. Keeping those feet pushing down into the mat, arms staying wide, palms up to the sky. Let the knees come over towards the left. Keep pushing down through the feet. Breathing in here, breathing out, bringing the knees back to center on the inhale. Exhale, letting the knees come towards the right. Keep pushing down through the feet, helping to engage the hamstrings and the glutes, getting some bit of center action there as well through the core. And then bringing those knees back to center. From here, bringing those arms up towards the sky, turning the palms forwards, then opening the arms so the elbows are in line with the chest. See if those arms can come back. Trying to keep those ribs in line with the center of the body, not letting those pop forward, and really let the palms come back. Stay active in the center. Bring the palms back to where they started and rotate the other way. So palms are coming forward. Again, trying to keep those elbows in line with the center of the body. We'll do that one more time. Palms come back up, fingers pointing towards the sky. Back of the hands coming towards the back of the mat. Elbows staying in line with the chest. Inhale, hands come back to center, palms come down. Breathing in here, breathing out. Bring the palms down onto the mat as you slowly start to rise up here. You could either be sitting on a bolster or a brick if you have one, placing that underneath the sit bones. Breathing in here. Breathing out. You could be sitting cross-legged or kneeling as your alternative. Take whatever option feels right for you. Placing one hand on the front of the pelvis or one hand on the sacrum. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, feel the energy drawing together between the hands through the body. Repeating that, finding the space again between the hips and the ribs. And a big exhale. So thinking about keeping that energy active through that center, bring the palms down onto the thighs, heel of the hands closer to the hips than the knees. We're just going to take a few small circles in that pelvis. And then take those the other way. You could slowly let the hands slide up the thighs, change directions. Circles start to get a little bit bigger. Elbows might be bending and lengthening from side to side as you do this. Change directions again. Big, big circles. Getting into that lower back, a little bit of space, maybe some little pushing with the shoulders from side to side. Thinking about length in that spine still. We're not wanting to slouch down here, we're wanting to stay long and strong. And coming back to that neutral position. Keeping that left hand planted on the left thigh, or maybe it comes down onto a brick by that left hip. Big breath in, the right arm reaches up, push down with the left hand as you roll over with the right hand. So it's about coming up and over, staying long on the left side of the body. Big breath in, big breath out. Right hand will come down and repeat that, bringing a brick either to the right hand or the hand to the right thigh. Big breath in. Left arm rises, push down with the right hand as you lean over. On the exhale, left hand reaching towards the right. And coming back to where you started. We're going to bring the hands into center at heart space, pushing the heel of the hands in together to really open up those arms. Elbows coming away from each other, chest starting to open. See if you can find space between the shoulder blades. If you feel that they've been squishing back together, draw those apart. Breathing in here, we want to keep the center of the chin in line with the center of the fingers. Exhale, small twist to the left, keeping those in connection with each other. Coming back to center. Big breath in here. Exhale, twisting to the right, chin staying in line with the fingers. Keep pushing down through that left sit bone so we're not lifting and popping to get extra space. Coming back to center, we'll take one on each side. Big breath in. Exhale, twisting to the left. Coming back to center, big breath in. Exhale, twisting to the right. And coming back to center. From here, we're going to come onto all fours. Taking the bricks and bolsters to the side, you could always use them under the hands in the next piece. So thinking about the wrists being right underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and we're just going to do a few barrel rolls here. So thinking about keeping the length in the spine as we let the body come towards the left, rising up, small arching in that spine. Body comes towards the right, small lowering in the spine. Taking those circles with the rhythm that is right for your body. If you find a spot that really feels good to get into as you move around, get into it. Pause there, find that place. Changing directions. From here we're going to come into our cat-cows, and so you could always have bricks underneath the hands here to give yourself a bit more height. And also if you find it challenging to get into that 90-degree with the wrist, a lot of people do, so don't worry about that. So we're going to pull back on the heel of the hands, letting that chest come forward. Think of it as like a cobra prep. Push down through the entire hand as you find that center rising back up as a consequence, a reaction. Pull back on the heel of the hand again, letting that chest come forward. Pushing down through the hand, coming into that angry cat. Keep pushing down through the hand, letting the seat come back as we come into our child's pose. You may have a cushion or a bolster between the calves and the thighs. You might have those bricks underneath the hands. See what space you have in your body for your child's pose. The knees could be together or apart. Breathing in here. Breathing out. See where you can bring your hands. If you have the space in your body, your hands could be reaching forward with the pinkies down and the thumbs up. Forearms off the mat. Staying active here. If that's not comfortable for your body, your alternative is to have the hands underneath the shoulders, or maybe they come all the way back behind you, palms up to the sky. Take whatever option feels good for you. And breathe into the back of your ribs as you push back with the seat, finding that little opening in the lumbar spine, the lower spine. You could also have something underneath the head to let that neck release. Bricks or cushions, maybe a bolster. Walking the hands over towards the left hand side. Right hand on the bottom, left hand on the top. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Pull back on the heel of that right hand as you push back in that right hip. Finding space in the right hand side of the body. Breathing out here. Another big breath in. Big breath out. Walking the hands back to center and across to the right hand side of the mat. Left hand on the bottom, right hand on the top if you can. Big breath in. Big breath out. Pulling back on the heel of the left hand, pushing back on the left side of the body. Finding space in the left side of the body. Walking the hands back to the center of the mat and then rising back into all fours. And we're just going to thread the needle. So what that means is we're going to push down through the left hand. Check again that you've got the wrist underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're staying active in the center. We want to fight against gravity, which is kind of drawing us down. We're going to be drawing back, rising up. See if you can bring the hand onto the right fingertips. See if that right elbow can come up to the sky, keeping the gaze down. Can that right arm come up to the sky? Gaze stays down. If you can, bringing that right hand down, let it come underneath the chest, staying high. Reaching across underneath that left arm. Maybe that right shoulder comes onto the mat. Maybe the right ear comes onto the mat. Staying active in the center, we're not collapsing and putting all our weight into our right shoulder. See if you can bring that left arm up to the sky. Maybe you can leave the left hand come all the way up and sparkle those fingers. Big twist for our thoracic spine here. That left hand will slowly come down as we start to unwind the right arm. Gaze stays down. Right elbow to the sky, right arm to the sky. Right hand down, and we'll try that on the other side. So pushing down through the right hand, come onto the left fingertips. See if the left elbow can come up to the sky. See if the left arm can come up to the sky with that gaze staying down. Bringing that left hand down underneath the chest. Softening the right elbow as the left arm reaches to the right side of the mat. Maybe the left shoulder comes onto the mat, maybe the left ear comes onto the mat. Staying active here. Seeing if we can come with the right elbow up to the sky, right arm up to the sky. Keep the gaze straight ahead towards that left hand. We don't want to be spinning that head as it's planted into the mat. Right hand comes down, we unwind. Letting the left arm unwind, maybe the left arm comes up to the sky again, sparkling those fingers if you can, keeping the gaze down. Left hand down, and come into that child's pose one more time, taking whatever version was right for your body. You might feel a difference here. Maybe have a little bit more space, a little bit more reach than our first child's pose. Big breaths into the back of the ribs, where those lungs are at their longest. Rising up onto all fours, then walking the hands towards the knees. And you can still have something between the calves and the thighs here. Coming up into a kneeling position. There you go, a little bit of space for your body. There you have it, your slow flow for the morning to open up the lumbar spine and the thoracic spine. I hope that feels more spacious in your body and you feel like you're a little bit more open and ready for the day that is ahead of you. Please comment with your thoughts, let me know how that felt for your body and what you want more of. And hit subscribe so you know when flows come out again. Thanks for joining me. See you later.